So for this comic book review, I'm going to go over Thanos number 17. I'll show you right there. The reason I picked this one up, I have not read any of the ones before this. I picked this one up mainly because I thought the cover was cool. I wasn't sure if who this character was right here. Turns out that's Silver Surfer, even though he looks black with like purple hands. And you see Thanos and Infinity Gauntlet just coming down on him. I've heard nothing but great things about this this comic, this series. I think I skimmed through one and I thought the art was pretty cool, but I decided to get it just because the cover. And so we'll go through it. It starts off with I guess apparently in the previous issues, old Thanos from the present sends Cosmic Ghost Rider to the past to bring the young him to the present to, I forget what for, but a little confusing. So there's two Thanos going on right now, and Cosmic Ghost Rider, who turned out to be Frank Castle, but I forget what the deal is with that. It starts off just talking about Silver Surfer. See the first page right there is him with he's wielding how do you pronounce that? Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. He's like has slammed someone's face there. The tale of the man once known as Norrin Rad is perhaps the greatest story ever told, and it just kind of goes around through, you know, how he went from being Galactus' herald, his time as a hero, his time as a defender. He was one of the defenders at one point. I'm not sure how he got the hammer, but he shows up to where the two Thanoses, young and old Thanos, are at with Cosmic Ghost Rider. So you see him show up right there, and he's pretty much talking about how I'm going to end you, this and that, and see him normal. There, all of a sudden he summons lightning and everything. So he's pretty much like, you know, I'm here to whoop you guys. Yeah, Thanos didn't say nothing. It just goes, it jumps right into it. That's pretty. What I thought was pretty cool. There wasn't really no talking. He kind of comes and he's like, Thanos just says, "I'm going to kill you with that hammer, Norrin," and he's like, "No, you're not going to do nothing like that." It's like, it's pretty much just saying, "I'm going to whoop you and kill you." So it just jumps right into that. So the first page is literally just a quick run through of Silver Surfer, and then the next page is him. He just shows up, and he's spinning that hammer, and you can see right there, he like shocks the Cosmic Ghost Rider and shocks the young Thanos with lightning striking them, and then he's like ramming that hammer right through the old Thanos, sends him flying. As you can see, he's beating the crap out of them. Young Thanos is right there, and you can see that he's bringing up the hammer. And I guess, you know that, I don't know what it's called, the thing where Thor just points his hammer up and he does this little number. Well, he did that, and apparently he blew up something over there, and young Thanos is like, oh crap. He's like, no, there you go, focus. So he blows that up, whatever that is, it's in there. Hey, Chrome Dome, I think you forgot something. You ain't the only herald in the house. And Cosmic Ghost Rider comes flying in, blasting, and blah blah blah. And Surfer is like, I didn't forget. Like, there's a lot of cool art in this thing. The next page is just, bam, freaking knocks his head right off. You see right there. He's like, what is he? I did not forget. I just don't care. And so you can see teeth flying everywhere there too. You got Ghost Rider's teeth there. And then he goes back to the young Thanos. Young Thanos is like, you fool. Or, no, you've just unleashed something you cannot hope to contain. And, Surfer's like, I've been beating back the fury of Thanos for eons, child. I assure you, I am more than ready to face that. And then he's like, he cuts him off right there and he says, you fool. Surfer thinks he's talking about the old Thanos. And young Thanos is like, nah, I wasn't talking about the old man. And so Surfer's like, kind of like, alright, what's going on then, you know? Is that so? And tell me, what is it that I have and you just hear rumbling. You see right here, that panel right there, it's rumbling. He's like, something's up. Now the next 2 pages here is a beautiful spread. I guess he blew up where they had the Hulk prisoner, so Hulk just bursts out of there. Hulk kill on big green letters. I love that picture there. So right off the bat, I've never read this series, and like I love the artwork. And boom, he sends Surfer flying to some other building, and he's calling out Bruce. And Hulk's just in the Hulk kill mode, as you can see there. If you could focus. So he's rushing him. He stops him. He's telling him, "Stop it! You know what's going on." Hulk's bashing him there, but he's hurting himself. He's not doing anything to Surfer. He's just messing up his own hands. So he manages to calm Hulk down, and Bruce goes back to, or Hulk goes down to Bruce. And if you see there, he's like, "Kill me, please kill me." So my understanding was that Hulk was a slave of Thanos. So it's like, "Don't let me hurt anyone, please." So I'm assuming Thanos was holding him as a slave and just making him do his bidding. So at this point, he's like, "Oh, it's okay, my friend, rest." And young Thanos shows up, saying, "Let's hurry this up, shall we? I grow tired of this dancing." So you got big old Thanos there, young one, and Surfer's like, "Okay, let's get this on. I'm not hiding Thanos. I'm right here. Come." And again, he's once again, Surfer, no one is talking to you. Next page. Boom! You see old Thanos just come from behind and stab both Banner and Surfer right through the chest from the back with some weird flame sword thing. He chucks Bruce to the side, and this is probably like one of the... Recently, I don't think I've come across anything as brutal as this. This is pretty, like, rough stuff here. So they're just beating the crap out of Surfer at that point. So there's 2 of them. They're just taking turns wailing on him. This Thanos grabs him by the arm, holds one of his arms back, and then he chucks that sword to the young Thanos. And as he's holding his left arm back, he got his hammer. Surfer got the hammer in the other hand, and young Thanos just comes in, slices that thing right off. You see that arm flying right there. I'm sorry if the focus is kind of whack, but yeah, cuts his arm right off, and then it's just a continued beating. It's just a continued beatdown of the Surfer. But at the same time, the narrator's talking about someone who's watching from a distance. And then after getting well done, old Thanos grabs Surfer by the head. So what that tells you about that hammer is like, hey, that's it. He doesn't really explain about the hammer. But he grabs him by the head, just slams his head into, like, I'm assuming that's the handle of the hammer. Oh damn, no, yeah, it is. So he slams the Surfer's head right through the handle of the hammer. That's just crazy. So the narrator's talking about this one individual that's watching from a distance, and let's see what's out here. She would arrive neither early nor late, but she did watch, and at times, if you can believe it, she laughed. So she's watching the Surfer get, like, just pummeled here and then, like, even killed. And she's watching from a distance and even laughing about this. It's like, and they're bickering now, and see, there, your great foe is dead. Now send me home. And this old Thanos is like spacing out, all timers. Like, do you hear me, old man? You will, and then shut up and look, boy. So old Thanos pretty much telling him, his young self, to shut up. And the person they're talking about, the individual they're talking about, is watched from a distance, and that's arriving, dressed for a wedding, as the last bit says here, for it goes to be continued. You see right there, it's death. And then it goes to be continued, next issue. Whoa. this issue shows that Thanos is going at it. So, as we know, Thanos has this thing for death, and he's madly in love with her, and it's pretty much whooped. So, not sure what's going on with that. The gist of it that I was told, I don't know. Like I said, I don't follow this story. I am going to now. I mean, the artwork's awesome, and if the series is like this, pretty straightforward to the action, I am down for that. But as someone explained it to me, I think what it is that old Thanos brought his young self to the future in order to help himself, young help old, win back death, or something like that. Something like that. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it was like straight to the. There was a little chit chat, a lot of action. Kind of said the whole Bruce died. A brutal beating they gave Surfer there. And yeah, it was like I was reading it, and as I was reading, I was like, oh man, it's like then the last few pages here. I read it pretty quick, but it's because you're so involved in it, so entertained that it just goes by quick. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna check out the rest of this. So I'll pick up the next issue when it comes out. Somebody told me, one of the groups that I'm part of, to go back to issue 13 because that's where this builds up from. So I'll try to do that for sure. But yeah, my thoughts on it. I liked it. I loved it. Art's amazing. My understanding of the story's okay. I mean, I'm not for the lovey-dovey type of stories, but man, the brutality in there, that's crazy. So yeah, if you're reading this series, you want to give your thoughts on it. If you read this issue already, you want to give your thoughts on the issue, what you feel about this issue, what you like, what you didn't like, and all that stuff. Go ahead and do so in the comment section. And yeah, that's Thanos 17.